Live from Waterloo, it's Miss Rocky and Shaviva, and this is NorthEnd Update. You know what time it is.
Boom shakalaka! All right, great intro. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone out there in Facebook land and on WCTV next week. We're talking to you in the future. Okay. Welcome to the best show on the internet. I'm Rocky.
And I'm Shaviva.
And this is NorthEnd Update. We got a shout out to our special frequent viewers, Shaviva. Yes. Cricket Jones, Vera Wallach, and James Brown. James Brown, really?
James Brown.
Chris Jones.
Okay, and also Kiwana Kiki.
Yes.
Ryder, Kelsey Hammer Parks, Charles Jefferson, and Russell Spencer. Hey, y'all.
Yes, hello. Thank you so much for watching. And today we got an awesome show. Our special guests are that all-around cute-looking, handsome man. He get cuter every time I see him, DaQuan Campbell.
That's
and
right.
He's the I don't know,
The
what is
urban
it? The
farmers
urban farmers
market,
market, but I think he does the whole thing. He plants and
All kinds of
harvests.
stuff, yes.
Yes, and also Lanisha, what's your last name?
Cassell.
Cassell. We can do that because
Yes,
we're
indeed.
us. And she's going to be joining us as the executive director of the African American Museum of Iowa.
Oh, wow.
Black
Awesome.
Iowa is
Yes.
their kind of tag name and email and everything, I think.
Mhm.
So we want to thank our viewers for making us seriously the best show on the internet.
You're right about that. And hey, it's true.
The number one.
That's right. We're the podcast
You can see, right, we
Yeah.
are. So stick around with us because our Give It Air today will be talking about wokeness,
Mm-hmm.
what it means to be woke, and don't let anybody tell you that being woke is not what you want to be because being woke is. We're going to tell you, everybody's going to explain what they think woke means.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, for our talking point, it's be selective in your battles. Sometimes peace is better than being right.
Right, and someone
Yeah.
may need to hear that today.
Mm-hmm.
We are celebrating 6 years of positivity, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
From a NorthEnd perspective, it is so exciting to be here with you still.
Mm-hmm.
And pay attention because we got a couple of giveaways to talk about today for Mother's Day, which is coming up next week.
That's right. Oh my goodness, it's upon us just like that.
Yeah, Tracy Lovelace Hill has, just in time for Mother's Day, created this purple basket because she loves Prince. It's a whole nother story, right?
That's right.
But it's called her Box of Happy Things, and you're going to go to Tracy's meme on our Facebook page and answer the question, what do you love most about motherhood? And the winner will be drawn next week, Shaviva.
That's right.
And it's a big old box of happy things. I mean,
Okay.
all kinds of stuff.
See, and we've got Derek Holmes. You know what time it is.
Yes.
Boom, boom. Okay, and we want you to like or love the post on our page to have your name entered into a drawing to win a Banneker watch. Again, just in time for Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, and that drawing will be next week as well.
Yep.
Okay, and our breaking news is brought to you by Waterloo Community Foundation, which is dedicated to improving the lives of Waterloo through supporting local Waterloo nonprofit organizations.
All right.
And what's our breaking news?
Well, first of all, we want to say congratulations
Oh.
and shout out to West High student Lydia Newsome, who's going to be competing in the National Poetry Out Loud competition in Washington,
Wow.
D.C.
You go, girl.
Yes.
I love that. And sports fans, here's some breaking news. There's something new to celebrate. Waterloo has been chosen by the Arena League as one of the 4 cities to have its own professional arena football team in 2024.
Yes.
That is some
Yes.
great news.
That is a big deal.
Last news flash, birthday people.
Oh, yes.
DaQuan can sing, y'all.
Oh, no.
And Lanisha is just waiting to harmonize.
That's right.
So we're going to introduce them right now and see what they think about all this stuff. As soon as Ed does his TV magic, Ed is doing double duty today.
Yes,
And we
indeed. And a
just-
wonderful job. Thank you so much, Ed.
Yeah, shout out to Caleb and Ed and Agnes. If you happen to be watching, hi to you. All right, we got our guest, Shaviva.
Yes, we do.
Welcome, Lanisha.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, we and welcome.
And welcome to Quan.
Yes.
as always, glad to be here.
All right, and I think, we're going to go back to the way we used to do things where we ask our friends if they know anything about, and then I kind of sing this little song. It goes something like this. Soul Town.
Yes.
Do you know about the Soul Town?
I don't, but I would love to hear more.
Oh,
Okay.
honey, you got to know. And
Awesome.
DaQuan,
I'm familiar. Yeah.
okay,
Yes.
well, our hometown friend, Cherie Kaba, in fact, this show was inspired by the Soul Town because she lived here.
Right? And she started the Soul Town magazine, and we were both writers with the Soul Town. And Rocky covered the sandwich generation, those folks who are in between their children and their parents and being caregivers to both. And my beat was what's really good. And so I wanted to point out things about what's going on that's really good. And so this woman came up with the idea of, hey, let's talk about the things that are really good going on here, because you get tired of hearing negative stuff about the place where you live. So that's how
When
we
you
got
know
started.
better,
Yes.
right? I mean,
That's
look at
right.
the people that are sitting at our table. We all
Indeed.
know that we got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Yes.
So this show was inspired by the Soul Town, and it kind of highlights Black and brown lives all over the country.
That's right.
And of course, our show is in all the country, 19 planets, and
That's
four
right.
other
4 solar
countries.
systems. That's right.
So it's the Soul Town. But
Yes.
you can also get your copy at thesoultownmagazine.com. And Shaviva, where's our picture? Because we got a really cute picture in here. Y'all need to
Okay,
see.
that's right. Yes, and the digital edition, you can just click on there and watch
All
this
these
show.
wonderful stories. You can have this
Well,
one.
thank you.
You're welcome. And you got to get a
Appreciate that.
subscription for
I
the
will.
museum.
I do.
Yes. So
That's
get yours, or you can go to the Earths right here in Waterloo and get your Soul Town magazine today. They got an article like Dear Abby, only it's Dear Gabby, and just
Okay.
answers all kinds of pertinent questions.
Recipes, all kinds of great stuff. So it's wonderful whenever somebody that hasn't heard of the Soul Town gets a chance to learn
Very
about
excited.
it.
Yes, I can tell.
I am.
All right. Well, we're going to start with our talking point to kind of loosen up a little bit. Shaviva, what is our talking point today?
Our talking point, which is brought to you today by the Grout Museum, is be selective in your battles. Sometimes peace is better than being right.
So, have you had time to think about do you kind of agree with that about how you choose your battles, or how do you
Sure.
decide what to argue with somebody about, or what?
I definitely believe in that philosophy. I mean, it works at home
Okay.
and work in the community. So I would agree with that. I think sometimes it may take a little bit of observation to be able to determine what makes for making that right decision about what to fight and what to kind of say, you know what, maybe I'll take on the next battle because this one is important, but the next one is even more important. So I think that to take definitely some consideration. I don't think it's one of those snap things that you just do on the spur of the moment.
I
And
agree.
so-
I think that, if you snap too soon, that's when you're not choosing the right battle. Sometimes
Right.
you got to kind of let it marinate a little bit to decide whether this is what Shaviva used to say, the hill you want to die on. Because you're going to fight. Some people want to fight to death.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
about
think
everything.
impact,
Yeah.
how many people who's it impacting, how many people are being impacted, what are the options? So, yeah.
Okay.
DaQuan, you seem like a pretty discerning person, so what do you think
I know. Can you
about
imagine him angry? Do you get angry?
Not really.
I can
mean,
tell.
there-
You just
there's
have
some
a
man.
things I'm
That's what I'm
passionate
saying.
about.
He just seems
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I try to, I think it takes some time to develop that skill though, to understand that you have to pick and choose your battles. I think about just being a business owner and there's so many pressing things that happen and you want to be able to, solve everything, but you got to kind of prioritize and make sure that you are, I like to say, focusing on the task that pays. So,
the task that pays.
I
the
know
task
that's
that
right.
pays
Okay.
for sure.
I have to remember that phrase right there.
Right, right. Shaviva and I have the same thing. Sometimes I know I feel angst. We're not fighting over choosing a battle, but deciding how to stay calm during
For
a
sure.
stressful time.
Yeah, and the task that pays on doesn't always have to be money. You know, it could
Yeah.
just be things that you prioritize, that you feel certain about, and that you want to, stand on, or that hill, like you said, that you want to die on. You know, you have to
Absolutely.
stand for something, or you'll fall for anything.
There you
That's
go.
right.
Looks like we've got some comments.
Caleb?
Yes, Tracy Lovelace Hill says hi.
Hi.
Hey, Tracy.
Yes, the authoress herself. Now remember to like that
That's
or
right,
love
that box of
text.
happy things. That
Yes.
includes one of her books too, I believe, or maybe her
Right.
latest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, I think we kind of tackled that. Everybody understands. Hopefully, somebody needs to hear that. That don't fight, don't fall for it. What'd you say?
Stand for something, or you'll fall for anything.
There you go.
There you go. Stand
All
up
right.
now, and we'll go ahead and move on to our Give It Air, which is brought to you by Waterloo Community Foundation of Northeast Iowa. Here for good and helping to create equitable communities. So, wokeness. You know why I decided about this? Because I don't even want to watch network TV no more.
Right.
Because these ads are making me angry. I have to decide what hill to die on. And when it sounds like the whole defund, remember how defund the police backfired? And then that's all people were talking about, and it's not the point, wrong, I think wokeness has, I heard Florida is the place wokeness comes to die, and that just bothered me. I'm like, why would we want wokeness to die? People need to be woke. If you're not, you'll fall for anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I kind of want to get everyone's around the table their idea of what woke means to you. And can you kind of let people know that, woke is a good thing?
Absolutely. I think it starts with self-awareness, and then, of course, awareness of what's happening around you, and what has happened, which impacts what's happening right now. So I think there's a level of knowing history, no matter if it's just educational history or just history of issues and topics. We have to know how we arrived where we are today. And I think that's why it's so
right.
important, the education that the museum is able to share across the state is so that people understand why we are where we are here, why we are where we are now, is that foundation piece. So,
Yes.
awareness.
That's right. And now so much awareness is being banned, Lanisha.
Yes.
It's terrible. It's like, now when you promote your book, you can say, you can buy this where all books are banned. You know what I mean? Because so many people are trying to just dismiss so much history and knowledge. So what are your thoughts on what you think woke means? And we know is it a slang or just a side term?
I'm not sure. I would say that to me, woke is unique to the individual. It's the items that you care about. Sometimes we feel the pressure to be knowledgeable about all the current events and what everyone else is aware of or talking about. And I think that's just, some of those societal pressures. I think if you are passionate about a topic and you care about this enough to do your research and due diligence on those topics, to me, those items are what you choose to be woke about. And I think that's okay.
Yes. How about you, Chevy?
I think we have to change the narrative because we have allowed the term woke to be, expressed and put out there like it's something negative, like it's, a joke or,
Yeah.
something to be downplayed. And really, even if you didn't apply it to anything political or whatever, nobody wants to spend their whole life asleep.
In
okay?
the dark or not
Right, and
knowing.
not knowing anything, so.
And for me, being biracial, it's just one thing I understand is that there are some white people that are in my family that think their proximity with blackness makes them knowledgeable, or they don't experience the same thing I do, so they can't be, but I do want them to understand. And to me, that's what them being woke means, is for them to understand that there is a difference, and you can't, just because it doesn't mean you're an expert on black life or black culture because you happen to be related. Or even I've seen interracial marriages where the white person thinks that they're an expert or understand but they can be woke, and then it's like different. So that's how it is. So that's for me individually, kind of my take on it. So, All right, moving on. You know, our Give It Air subject is usually something that it's not easy to talk about. So we like to get those subjects out there because we want to be a safe place
That's right.
to discuss those kinds of
And
things.
we want to air it out a little bit because exposure quite often is the very best disinfectant. So
Yes, yes. All right, and now we get to talk to our guests, and we always do ladies first. So, is it Lanisha?
Lanisha.
Okay. I want to know what's going on at the African American Museum, and you guys are actually working remotely from the library. Is that what's going on?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
So we actually closed in August to the public, but we're busier than we were when we were open right now because one, we're raising campaign funds for our renovation project, which was prompted by the City of Cedar Rapids flood control system. And so we are working off-site, but our programming and exhibits and all of the things that we normally do is still happening and even at a greater capacity because we've been able to strengthen our partnerships across the state. So we do have an exhibit that is installed at our local library in Cedar Rapids. We also have it traveling, 6 copies of the same exhibit traveling across the state. And it is going to be here at the public library
nice.
this month, I believe. So
Get India
absolutely.
over here to talk about that.
Yes, so I try to get out and I've been traveling this for the last 12 months, really trying to let people raise awareness about what we do and that we exist. And as a matter of fact, I met you at the Silos and Smokes at Iowa Eats Festival. I was like,
You know
I know
what?
that face.
That's
I remember
exactly
talking
what
to
it
you. So I was at the Iowa
he
Eats
has a memorable
Festival.
face.
Yes. Well, I was impressed by all the things that he's doing and has done. So I remember that. But yeah, so we have been around. This is our 30th year this year. So happy birthday to us.
Already?
Yes.
No
right.
wonder I've been out of school for 50 years. 30 for you. Oh,
Yeah.
my word. Okay,
30 years.
great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy. So,
Yeah.
why is it that you're working remotely? Is it?
Well, we're unable to work inside the building. And so that's the main reason we're closed to the public right now, and we're actually going to be going through a renovation project. So the flood wall, or from the flood control
it has
system.
something to do with the flood.
Yes, so the flood
okay.
wall, this has been in the control system has been in the works since 2008 when we had the flood. And so the wall that's being constructed as a precaution is going through our parking lot. And because of that, it made sense for us to address some other longstanding issues. Why have this major project happen and not work on HVAC and sprinkler and roof and all the things? And so we decided to launch a campaign called Voices Inspiring Progress back last year. So we've been fundraising for a little over a year now, and we're almost at $5 million of our campaign goal, and we have $1 more million to go.
Is that all?
So when do you think that the museum will reopen?
We are planning to open in February of 2024, so in time for Black History Month.
Awesome,
That
yes.
would be amazing.
It will be. Very excited.
Yeah.
I was there last summer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it must have been. I don't know if it was July.
Okay.
Maybe it was. Yeah. June
So
or July.
our redlining, what was before redlining? Protest exhibit?
Yes,
Is that the one you saw?
yes,
Okay.
and redlining, and I don't know. I just know I was really impressed.
Good.
And it was
I
very
want
good.
to ask, I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to ask about Juneteenth. Is there any special celebration?
Yes.
Or are there any upcoming events you want to let us know about?
Absolutely. So of course you can find all the details on our website at blackiowa.org, I think /Juneteenth. But we are going to do commemorative activities starting June 10th with a story time by 2 African American children's authors at Marion Public Library
Nice.
in Marion, and then we'll have a film screening on called Decolonizing Mental Health with a facilitated discussion, and that'll happen at Cedar Rapids Public Library. And then we have our festival, which is going to happen on the 17th in Cedar Rapids, and we'll have stage performances and information booths with human service organizations. And then I forgot about the day before that, on the 16th, we'll be partnering with the Des Moines Metropolitan Opera. They're bringing a performance of Driving While Black to our local library for 200 people. And I'm very excited about that because it's a black librettist, I think is how you say, the soprano performer. And it's going to be told from the perspective of a black mother.
Wow.
So very excited about that.
Very. I asked you about Juneteenth and you went all down the list.
Well, you know, it's
She got
a
all
great
kinds of
time
stuff.
to really bring the community
There you
together.
go.
So,
It certainly
and we have to
is.
make
You
sure,
got
yep.
so much, and we love, that's how we got our show, you know, we got so much to talk about, good stuff. Well, thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Yes. Yeah, we'll get back to you when
Okay.
it's time to sing. Now, what are you tenor, alto, what would
My
you
kids
say?
might say I'm a bass.
Okay.
But I would like to thank alto.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if you can harmonize.
Okay, now.
Mr. DaQuan.
That's right. DaQuan, talk about opening day. It's tomorrow, right?
It's tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
It's been a long off season, but it's finally here. We always open the first Saturday in May and go all the way into the last Saturday in October. So the Waterloo Urban Farmers Market is open tomorrow at the Riverloop Expo Plaza. We open at 8 a.m. and close at noon. Our vendors have been working hard this off season to kind of get products that you all love prepared and ready to go. So we're expecting a good turnout and really just hope that the community comes out and support us. The last week or so has been very good for us, been out and about, just kind of raising awareness about the market. We got honored at this Waterloo City Council this past Monday.
Oh, we saw the
Declaration.
proclamation.
Yes.
For sure.
We,
That was very nice.
we shared it on our Facebook page, and you look so proud, sitting there getting your day proclaimed. So, yeah, what kind of things can we look to expect?
Yeah, so it's early season, so there will be a little bit of a delay on the produce, but we should have plants and flowers, baked goods, artisan crafts, eggs, local honey. I think that's hot and prepared foods is another one. I know you guys might be familiar with Dominique
yeah.
Seafood.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she'll be,
yeah.
I think she'll be there this weekend?
Yep, she'll be there tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. Comments, Caleb?
Yes, Jessica Young can't wait to see all the vendors tomorrow at the Waterloo Urban Farmers Market.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, now I go to the sportsplex a good number of mornings during the week, right? And so every time I'm coming around there, me and my husband say something about, boy, it sure be nice to look out over there and see the farmers market going.
Time is
So
here now.
It's here.
The
For
time
sure.
is here.
And then I just also want to say that we are also still accepting applications for vendors. So if there's anyone out there who would like to sign up and apply to become a vendor, please go to our website at www.waterloourbanfarmersmarket.com. I see that they have the website on the screen right now, so that's exactly where you would go to sign up. And then there's also, for community organizations looking for partnership opportunities, you can go to our website and see some of the things we have available for you guys as well.
Oh, maybe that would be something we might like to do partnership with you somehow.
definitely.
Yeah, we gotta talk.
You guys had a booth a while back. It was showcasing
We
the
did.
books and everything.
Oh,
So
yes,
We should bring
yes.
that back.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Matter of fact,
yes.
Kent got in touch with me, but that's another story.
Yep, for
Oh,
sure.
right,
Yep, definitely.
yeah.
Kent's all over the place.
Okay, speaking of all over the place, you have your hand in quite a few things yourself.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about We Ride. Have you started that?
We haven't, but it's coming up very soon. It's actually going to be the second Sunday of each month, and we're going to continue to start at We Arose Gardens, which is basically 2 blocks away from KBBG Street, at 10 a.m., and that'll go approximately till about noon. So that'll be a monthly ride. We collaborate with Waterloo Bicycle Works on that program, so we're super excited to get everyone back out for riding season. We have some themed events that we are working towards planning and having some unique things available for the community members to check out.
And where are your community gardens and yeah, or is that where you guys start?
Yep, so we always start at the We Arose Demonstration Garden. So that's on the corner of Peak and Quincy Street. Like I said, it's a couple of blocks away from KBBG. But we also partner with various community organizations. We manage the Jesse Cosby Center Garden.
Oh, you do?
We do, yep. And then we have a few other neighborhood gardens that are in East Waterloo as well.
Okay, more comments. Caleb.
Jessica Young says there are also volunteer opportunities for community members at the Waterloo Urban Farmers Market.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
volunteer opportunities. You know you need to get out of the house. Volunteer.
And maybe Powell Caston says, hey ladies, good to see y'all.
Oh,
Hey.
they be our favorite.
Oh,
Hey.
while people are shouting out, I want to shout out to my grandsons that I know are watching right
Oh,
now.
hey, grandson.
7 and Cruz. Hey, Princess. Hey.
Oh, okay. Yes, well, I know we're just always so proud and happy to have you on the show, DaQuan. You do so much.
Thank you so
In the
much. It's always
community.
I feel like an alumni here. I've been here so many
Oh,
times.
okay.
you can come back
That's
anytime.
right. Keep the good news coming.
For sure.
Yes, indeed. And like you said, the idea just amazed me when he started coming up and selling collard greens. I'm like, I should have done that.
Right?
I have all these greens around the house. You know, make them out, make that money. So I just love it, and and you just work with the vegetables, planting, growing, and we don't see a lot of that. So I know you're inspiring so many, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes.
That's part of our vision, is to inspire the next generations to nourish themselves, their families, and communities. So we work hard to kind of express agriculture as an opportunity, whether you want to be in farming or want a ag-adjacent career. There's opportunities available with USDA and other organizations. So
Yes. See? Just love that. Young black man talking over there about agriculture.
It's great.
It's wonderful. Love it, love it. Okay, it's time. We got DaQuan. He's ready to sing. I can tell. And we got the best birthday people to sing to today, Shaviva.
Our birthdays are brought to you by the Waterloo Center for the Arts.
Yes.
Which is our hometown hub.
Yes.
Where you and your family can get connected with the arts, okay?
Have you been there? We got a new Black Iowa. What we got over there? The Black Stories Collective.
I did not know that, but I have been there before.
And she did the mural, the whole thing,
Oh.
on this wall that's bigger than this.
No, it's
Yes.
not at the Waterloo Center for the Arts. That's at
Grout
the
Museum.
Grout
It's at the
Museum.
Grout
Okay.
I thought you said the grout. Okay, that's why you laughed.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, the Waterloo Center for the Arts is awesome too.
Okay.
Yes, but we got birthday people.
That's why don't you get, we got to give them a warning first, though.
What?
What?
About
If
what
you don't
warning?
like seeing people having too much fun,
Oh,
you
yeah,
might
you
want to
might
look away
want-
from your screen right now. Or
Right, we have to warn
Turn
you.
the
How the
volume
news
down.
tells you might want to use discretion. Don't get too happy. That's all we're trying to say, because it's gonna be fun.
That's right.
Stephanie Shavers Boyd, Carnell Chet Hayes, and Soya Amar, Kevin Butler, Shirley Houghton, Beverly Henson, and Deborah Wessels Riley.
yes, also Martina Stiles,
Yes.
Ramon Turner,
All these
Jonathan
people.
Grider, Amber Nicole Robinson, my
Jalen
grandson Jalen
Winter.
Winter. Hey, hey. Okay, and Alexis Danielle Ferguson. That's a grandchild
We
right
know
there too.
everybody on the list, and we just love it. Comments, Caleb.
Yeah, Kawana Ryder says, Happy Friday. I hope that y'all had a great week. Great to see you again.
Hey, Kiki.
Oh, it's so great to see you, Kiki, and thank you for watching. Tell your mom and them, Amelia, Mama Mia, tell her hi too.
All right.
All right, and now it's time to sing. I'm sure you would agree.
It couldn't fit more perfectly.
Oh, this
That
one.
I had the party.
What?
Today,
Aged.
happy birthday to you. You can clap though.
Happy
Come on.
birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
I play that for my children at school at drop off,
I knew,
all the way up,
Yeah.
and they run.
I knew that part. I just didn't know the beginning.
I know they got all
She sprang
confused.
that one.
Oh, another comment?
Yeah, Jessica Young, happy birthday, everyone.
Oh.
Maybe Powell Caston, all good people in May.
Oh,
All right.
yes, that's right. And I hope you guys were singing along at home, because to be honest, you really weren't doing very well.
What?
No,
Somebody, I didn't see somebody singing before the beginning.
right, okay, he was the one.
Our rule
I love that
around
song.
here is if you can't sing good, sing loud.
Sing
Oh.
loud, sing loud.
That's a heck of a rule right there.
That is.
All right, we want you guys to know that we got some great upcoming shows. Shaviva, who are they? Oh,
Who? What is the business
I'm so
owner?
excited.
Okay.
Steamboat Garden.
That's right. And
Yes.
Sonara Wade is also going to be here talking with us. Darville Givens.
Yes. Joel
Okay.
Elliott for the pre-boom next week, and Grout Museum demonstration. So we're going to have some action next week with Mayor Hart.
Yes.
And on the 26th, we got Kiki Ryder. Sound
Yes.
like a song.
All right.
Right, and she has, what's the name of her business?
SOH.
Micro braids.
Yes.
So you'll want to watch that. And we have one more comment before we close.
Yeah, Kawana Ryder says, Happy birthday to my big sister, whose birthday is today, my oldest, May 18th, and to all the May birthdays.
Oh, thank you, Kiki. And as seasoned women, we've learned a few things, so we're going to pass it down to you younger folks. You ready?
Okay.
What'd you learn, Shaviva?
Hey, I learned if you want to fly, you got to give up the stuff that weighs you down.
Okay, true that. And I've learned, don't sit down and wait for opportunities. Get up and make them.
All right.
Okay? Y'all understand that?
Understand?
Okay.
I got you.
All right, dear. Well, until next week, we want to keep encouraging you to keep doing more stuff that makes you awesome.
That's right. Like Lanisha And like DaQuan,
Yes, because it makes us all look good.
good.
Thank you for watching.
And if it's Friday,
It's
it's
North End Update.
See you next time.